Hey guys, Wolfram is here bringing you a brief introduction to HEX TCG. First of all, I'd like to let you know that I'm a huge TCG player myself and have experience in several TCGs, most notably Magic the Gathering. I plan on covering HEX very in-depth, with a basic how to play video, the rules of HEX, as well as reviews and opinions on spoiled cards. So what is HEX TCG? Well, HEX TCG is a game developed by Cryptozoic, and it is described by its creators as the first of its kind. It is an MMO trading card game. It is a TCG in the conventional sense, but it is digital only, and is played online at all times. It is separated into two parts, the PvE part and the PvP part. The PvE part is completely free to play. As you create your account, you choose a starter deck and start exploring various zones. Cards you get from PvE can only be used in PvE. The second part of this MMO TCG is the PvP. There are several ways to play against other players, including casual duels, where you can practice against your friends, constructed tournaments, where you battle against other players and both sides use pre-constructed decks, and limited tournaments, where you get to open new booster packs with cards, make a deck with them, and battle against opponents that have done the same thing. Booster packs cost $2 each, and there is also a small entry fee for most tournaments. Cards opened and won during these constructed and limited tournaments are PvP cards, which can further be used for PvP play, or can be used to enhance your PvE decks. To be honest, I myself am only interested in the PvP part of the game, as I prefer playing against real opponents, but the PvE part still seems like a great way to relax, and is also a great introduction for new players. Now, let's talk a little bit about the history of the HEX TCG. HEX TCG takes place on the world of Antrath, a fantasy world populated with many races and creatures. Before, only two types of magics were available, the so-called blood and wild magic types, and these could only be controlled by powerful wizards. But then came a gigantic meteor that crashed through the planet and pierced a hole through it. On its way out, it was caught by Antrath's orbit and is now a permanent satellite. After that, common folk found out that they could control powerful magics by using broken shards of this meteorite, and that's how the sapphire, diamond and ruby magics came into existence. Now let's talk a little bit about the races and factions of Antrath. On Antrath there are 8 main races, separated into 2 factions. The Arden faction are the orcs, humans, elves and the Kyoto. While orcs, humans and elves are standard for a fantasy setting, the Kyoto are a strange race of humanoid coyotes that is nature and peace-loving. On the underworld side, we have the dwarves, the Venom, who are a combination of orc and spiders, the necrotic and the Shin'hare. The necrotic are pretty much your standard, typical undead race. They're the reasoned bodies of human nobles, powered by the shards of Hex and controlled by an alien consciousness. So, yeah, forget about what I said. Not typical at all. Last but not least, the Shin'hare. They're the cute but deadly race of humanoid bunny rabbits that are driven only by their instinct to oppress and conquer and have a distinctly feudalistic culture. But if you ask me, don't they kind of look like that one guy from the TMNT series, the rabbit person? I mean, humanoid rabbit? Check. Aggressive? Check. Feudalistic culture? Check. All the similarities. There's only one explanation for this kind of coincidence, and we have uncovered it. The only explanation is that Hex is a TMNT clone. Not really though.